What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm constantly getting asked about different clones. Clones are a very popular topic. Now, I always recommend checking out the originals first, even if you're going to end up going the clone route, just so you can understand what they were trying to do and what the original experience actually is. But in the event you want to save some money and get a really close representation, there's stuff out there. And in this video, I've got 10 that I think are really good as far as accuracy, enjoyment, performance, just price for the value of your money is basically how you can look at it. So let's discuss them. Stay tuned. Starting with one that is such a close representation of a discontinued all-time great community darling, Boss Bottled Intense Eau de Parfum. Fragrance World came out with Nazih Silver. So Nazih Silver smells extremely accurate, I have to say. Performance is on the stronger side. While I wouldn't call it some crazy beast, they pretty much nailed the scent profile. Warm apple pie, sweet, spicy, woodsy, nice and smooth overall. It doesn't have the rough edges of the original Boss Bottled. It has the smoothness of the Intense EDP. I'm surprised at how well that actually came out. It's impressive. This is an easy 8-9 hour fragrance and longevity on my skin as well. I felt like a great spot to start with this particular collection of 10 fragrances, because this one continues to impress me every time I smell it, because I really feel like I'm smelling Boss Bottled Intense EDP. So again, that's Fragrance World, Nazih Silver. Parfums de Marly. They're not cheap. There's some good stuff. If you like mass appealing, you're looking for, fragrances that work well every day. They got a lot of really good options, with Sedley being one of their most popular. Well, Lattafa's got you covered with Maahir Silver. So this particular fragrance, I think the biggest difference I've ever found from Sedley versus this is I find this is a little bit spicier, but it still has that same minty, citric, aromatic, kind of shower gel-ish type of feel, and Broxton lavender, minty green. I believe it's grapefruit is the citrus. It's well-rounded. It's a great fragrance. It really is. This is one of the better fragrances to come out of Lattafa in 2023. And you can get it really cheap. You can get it under 30 bucks. Performance is well above average. Another one I wouldn't consider a beast, but is definitely on the very strong side in longevity. A kind of average-ish type of projection, nothing crazy overwhelming, but this is a great everyday wear if you want a similar experience to Sedley but don't want to spend Sedley money. Lattafa's got you covered with Maahir Silver. Now this one I just got recently and did a full review on, and I'm impressed. I gotta say, it's chrome, but a better version of chrome. It's Bharara. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Double Bleu. So this stuff is actually really good. Performance is above average. It's smoother. It's still metallic like chrome. Metallic shower gel citrus. It smells like chrome, but smoother, stronger, deeper, I think would be a better word to use here. It's beautiful. If you've ever liked chrome, this is the way to go. You're going to spend more on this than you will on actual chrome. That's the funniest part about this. But I do find it to be superior. This is smooth. It's almost like, and I hate to say this because I still wouldn't consider this a niche fragrance, but like niche chrome in some ways, because it still smells like chrome, but better. Like I can never think of a better way to describe it than that. It's chrome, but better. Just seriously impresses me. You're gonna spend a little over 50 bucks on this one. It's still nothing crazy, but I mean, you can get chrome for like half that. So maybe this is an iffy one to put on the list, but I've just been so impressed by it and I've been enjoying it that I felt the need to discuss it with you guys and recommend it, that maybe you want to check this one out. Bharara Double Bleu. Now this is inspired by one of my favorite blue fragrances. Definitely my favorite particular flanker in this line. We're talking about YSL Y Le Parfum. This is another one from Fragrance World. This is called F Le Parfum. They nailed it. They nailed it. This is a little bit spicier. The dry down's a little bit creamier. Aside from that, it's the same. Fizzy citrus, because the aldehydes and citrus a little on the sweet side. Crisp and fresh, spicy, a lot of ginger, clean and musky. Man, this is so good. It really is. If you like Y Le Parfum, you'll like this at a fraction of the cost. You can get this 25 to 30 bucks. It's the same. This one's pretty spot on. I got to give it to them. Both the Fragrance World fragrances that were discussed in this video, actually we got 3 of them, we got one more, are all really accurate. I got to give it to them. If you're looking for accuracy, now look, normally I like a twist. I prefer a twist, more inspired by than direct carbon copy. But sometimes it's really impressive how they're able to pull it off, I got to say. And with these particular designers that are more synthetic leaning, I guess it's a little bit easier to make more of a carbon copy, because this, I mean, out in the air, I think you'd be hard-pressed to tell me the difference. I actually reach for this more often than Nuit De L'Homme. Now, granted, I don't reach for either of them. I don't reach for much of anything that often, honestly, because I just have so many fragrances, but this is a damn good one that I would encourage checking out. It's Fragrance World's Zaffiro Parfum. Now, there's a lot of really good fragrances that smell like angel share out there. You probably have angel share clone fatigue, like you do with Aventus clone fatigue at this point. Now, this one I recently came across, and the richness and the fruitiness do it for me. I think that's why I wanted to talk about this one specifically, because the fruitiness is the twist I was looking for, that I didn't even know I was looking for with Dumont Celerio's Epic. So, again, it smells like angel share. It's fruity, it's boozy, it's all that good stuff. It's nice and sweet, but the spice, you know, you get that nice hot cinnamon smell, but the fruitiness, it's enhanced here versus the original. And it just smells delicious. I'm not a big gourmand guy, but there's more of a gourmand facet to this than actual angel share, I find, and it's because of the enhanced fruity notes. I love the way this smells. It's even got like this caramel syrupiness to the sweetness with this one. It's really good. It's not a spot-on carbon copy like the Fragrance World fragrances we talked about. This definitely has more of a twist to it, and I prefer that kind of stuff. I really do, as I stated previously in this video. And this one like really speaks to my taste. It really does. I like this more than things like Camera, which is really not that close to angel share either. It's a very sweet fragrance. Lafette Intoxicate, that's another really good one. That's closer to actual angel share. Like, I have several that smell like angel share, but I'm starting to think this one might be my favorite because of the nuance and twist that this offers versus the other one. So you might want to look into this one. It's crazy strong too. This one's a straight up beast. It's Dumont Celerio Epic. If you want a great representation of what oud wood or carved oud smells like, because this is more a clone of carved oud technically from Thameen. This is the Zaffiro collection. It's called Crafted Oud from Lattafa, their sister brand Maison Alhambra. It's really good. If you like the oud wood scent profile, they nailed it down. Now look, it's not going to have the same quality as a carved oud or as an oud wood, but it gets really close in scent profile, that's for sure. That medicinal, sweet, slightly sweet, aromatic, woody tone. It's really good. Light spiciness. I got to say, this one's quite impressive. Long before I had gotten it, I heard a lot of hype behind this one, and I could see why. Having spent time with oud wood many times over the years, and having a sample and a discovery set of carved oud, I totally get it. It's very accurate, I have to say. They really walked the path with this one. Performance, another one well above average. This is a great everyday masculine wear that has some class and some elegance to it. It's definitely worth checking out. It's really cheap, too. I mean, really cheap. This is another one that's like sub $30 at most places. Again, that's in the Zaffiro collection from Maison Alhambra. This is Crafted Oud. I don't know if you can have a topic like this without having this fragrance, because it's kind of becoming an all-time great clone. From hype to practicality to enjoyment to performance, Afnan 9 p.m. It is phenomenal. And I do prefer it to Ultra Male. Always have from the very beginning. It's fruitier. You substitute apple from the pear that's in Ultra Male, and some people don't like that. They prefer the pear, and I get it, but this is a smoother fragrance. I got to say the oil quality is better here. That's the biggest kicker for me. You still get the spice, the sweetness. Like I said, much more on the fruity side. It's a little warm and ambery. It's youthful. It's playful. It'll pull some compliments for you. This bottle right here, monster. Don't ask me about batch codes because I never looked, because I don't care. I buy them, I spray them, I wear them. They are what they're going to be as far as performance on me. And this bottle in particular, on this skin to this nose, phenomenal performer. Straight up ridiculous performance. Super long lasting, super strong, super loud. Just a few sprays is all I need with this one. I would encourage checking this out. There's a reason this thing gets tons of hype, because it's warranted. It's Afnan 9 p.m. I've been enjoying talking about this one here and there lately because I really love Aventus cologne. I prefer it to Absolute Aventus. I prefer it to Original Aventus. And Reyane Tradition, it's been out a few years now, but Insurrection Sport, they did a really good job with this one, and I love the color. Absolutely love the color to the bottle. That's irrelevant to the scent, but citric, aromatic spice, a little bit of musk and woods. It lacks some of the smokiness. It doesn't have all of the florals. That's the difference in Aventus and Aventus cologne. I prefer Aventus cologne. And my wife's actually complimented me more wearing this than Aventus cologne, which surprises me. Because Aventus cologne is still superior, far superior to this clone of it. But this is kind of a more stripped down take on it. It's not 1-to-1. I would call it like 80, 85%. Clearly going Aventus cologne, but not spot on. It lacks some development, some nuance, almost like it's a little incomplete of a fragrance versus actual Aventus cologne, which kind of works to its favor. It's like a simplified take on it. It gets the job done. It's a little over $20. It's, you know, an average performer, 6-7 hour range, nothing crazy. Let's call it 5 to 7 hours is kind of what I typically get from it. It's really good stuff. I've been enjoying recommending this one because I enjoy spraying this one on occasion. Like I said before, all these fragrances, nothing gets worn over and over in my collection. Certain things, but very few. But this is definitely some good stuff. I would strongly encourage checking this out. This is a great fragrance to just roll the dice on. If you've ever tried Aventus cologne and you want a simplified, affordable take on it, check out Reyane Tradition Insurrection Sport. Now I gotta say, this is pretty spot on. This is that third Fragrance World fragrance I was referencing earlier. This smells just, especially out in the air, just like Le Male Le Parfum. It's Essencia Le Homme Le Parfum. I don't like when they rip the bottles off like this. I understand that the formulas can't be copyrighted and all that good stuff, but I don't like the ripping off of the bottles. Like, do stuff like this more, Fragrance World. Looks nothing like Boss Bottled. That's better. I really do believe that. And while I would still prefer to wear Le Male Le Parfum, if you don't want to spend 80, 90, 100 bucks to get that bottle, you can spend like 28 and get this, and it's pretty much spot on. Like I said, you'd be hard-pressed to tell me the difference out in the air. Warm, spicy, powdery floral, a little aromatic, touch of green, just a touch. Nice and sweet, ambery. The spice here just, it really grounds the scent from being too sweet and too powdery, but you gotta like those things. Sweet, powdery, and spicy are the main accords you're gonna get here. This is another one above average performance in that 8-hour range of longevity on my skin. Like I said, this is really good. They did a really good job with this one. I have to give them their due. Again, the only thing I would change is I would prefer them to not rip the bottle off. But the scent profile, damn good. Performance, damn good. The price, damn good. You know why? Because Essencia Le Homme Le Parfum is damn good. Last but not least, this seems to be a polarizing pick for a lot of people. Some people swear by it. Some people, I've had people tell me it smells nothing like Baby Cat. You crazy, crazy kids, you. Sure, whatever makes you happy. But Rifaaqat from Paris Corner, yes. Yes, it does smell like Baby Cat. I don't know what crazy people are saying that. I've had, they're just profiles on the internet. I don't know who the hell they are. But this, it gets really close to the profile. Now look, it can't touch the quality, right? I got Baby Cat right here. It's not touching the quality. This is a far superior fragrance. This is far more expensive though. Not easy to find. This 75 ml will run you $300. It's crazy. Is it a masterpiece to me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. It's incredible. Sensual, seductive, smoked vanilla and peppers. You get all of that here. You're not going to get the same level of quality. You're just not. There's a reason they're wildly different in price. But overall, the scent profile is pretty close. It is a close representation. It will give you a similar experience. That's what these are for, to give a similar experience. They're not going to give you the exact same experience. Otherwise, they'd be the exact same fragrance. And this just is not the exact same fragrance. But it is really close. It's one that I like to recommend. And had I never gotten my hands on that, shout outs to the Bishop Jared Miller for blessing me with that bottle. Longtime supporter of the channel, one of my channel moderators, super generous guy to give me that bottle. one of his backups. But I was good with this. I just wanted to try that. He had sent me a decant. I was able to experience it. Oh my God, that's amazing. But this was good enough. I was good with this. And that's why I like to recommend it to you guys. Because had that situation never arose, I still wouldn't have a bottle. Because it's over $300. It's not, you don't have to have it. Because this is good enough. And that's the point. That's the moral of this story. That's why I saved this one for last to discuss. I would strongly encourage checking this out. If you ever wanted to get a similar experience to Baby Cat, check out Emir Rifaaqat from Paris Corner. Well, that's the 10 that I have for you today. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. What are some of the fragrances in this video that you have experience with, and what do you think about them? Definitely let me know down below. And yeah, if you're curious on checking any of these out, I'll try to have some links down below for anybody that's interested in picking any of them up. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the 10 that were discussed in this video and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.